Hello and welcome back to the Woodland Airsoft channel. In today's video we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing and we're going to go over a few other things. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So if you couldn't tell, this is a Novritsch box. Got some bio-friendly bags. We're just going to get everything out first and then we'll go through it all. As you can see, got a big bag here. This is the Novritsch plate carrier. A lot of you that watch the channel probably already know I have one and I run one, but I've never really done an unboxing showing you what it looks like straight out of the box, and we're going to do kind of showing how to set it up and all that jazz. And then here you are. So straight out of the box, it's not fully connected yet. It's kind of in two pieces. And you have your buckle set up here. Here is your breathable plate. A lot of people, one of my favorite comments reading when people obviously don't realize this Airsoft is, why do you need a breathable plate? Because it's Airsoft. It's just plastic 6mm BBs. You don't need it to actually stop anything. You can put other plates in here as long as it fits as a standard plate size and shape. You can put whatever you want in here. But here we go. This is what you've got for the front. You got your buckles for they have like a flap you can put in where you can basically have different setups with different mags and all that, and you can just buckle and Velcro it down. I kind of will say, after running the one I've had for a really long time, I wish there was a way to buckle the bottom too, because every once in a while, like if you're kind of like in this position where you're like leaning forward or maybe you're leaning around a tree, the Velcro will kind of give, especially if you have the like tactical fanny pack, I guess. And it's really nice because, you know, you can put, especially like with doing YouTube content, you can put like spare batteries in there. I put my dead rag in there. There's lots of like cool little nifty things you can put in there. And it's a good piece of kit, but the problem is that extra weight when leaning forward, gravity's kind of pulling it away from here. So if the Novritsch team is watching that, just a little thing that I think would be cool, I guess you could always zip tie the bottom or something. Or just not use it at all. But the only problem is the way they've done the fanny pack, as you'll see. Let's just get straight to that so I can show you what I mean. So right here is your flap, but this is the piece that's going to clip onto those front buckles, and then you have Velcro on the back here so it'll stick. So you have this piece. If you open this up, this is the fanny pack that they have here, and it has this Velcro piece here, which you can open up, and then once you have it open, you take your flap, line it up, mesh it down real nice, and then there you go. Now it's like a longer piece. Now you have a place to unzip to get to. This is like what I said, I like to keep batteries in, anything quick and easy. It actually has, if you open it up, it has like CO2, extra CO2, maybe grenade pieces. If you have a shotgun, maybe shotgun shells. You can put lots of little pieces and kind of tension them in there. So again, really useful piece of kit. I really like it. This whole kit that you're looking at right now is the ACP Tropic, I believe. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's basically the Novritsch Woodland green camo. So I'm going to an event, Phantom Mirage at Ballahack, and I need a green kit. So we're going to kind of talk about that. I bought the Novritsch vest, and I'm going to show you that vest. I didn't do an unboxing or anything. I just bought it for personal use. Didn't really think to do a video, but I'll show you it. I'll show what it looks like and why I don't like it and why I preferred spending the extra cash and getting, you know, a plate carrier setup, because I really like the Novritsch plate carrier. It's super comfy, lightweight, and doesn't make you sweat a ton. The last big bag here is the hydration pack. I just like it. It's a nice way, because here's the back of the plate carrier. I like having the little bit of Velcro on the back here, put like a name tag, and then it's a nice easy way to mount your hydration camelback in here, and I'll show all that and we'll go through it. So that's all that. I did get a mock tourniquet just because, if you've seen my normal kit, you've probably noticed I have like a mock tourniquet off to the side of the kit. I really just like the aesthetic. I like the realism and immersion. So this is the Novritsch tourniquet. the Mach 1. They say on their site it's not a real one, doesn't have that functionality. But yeah, here it is, and we'll show everything all put together here in a minute. We're going to do this kind of fast, not making this a long video. So first things first, let me real quick grab the vest, and we'll talk about the Novritsch, the cheaper beginner vest basically, and then jump to the plate carrier setup. So this is the Novritsch vest. It's got like a lot of room for, you know, pouches and things. As you can see here, I've got it set up with 3 mags right here. I have the mini admin pouch. I even got like some scissors here, nameplate, some patches. It's got a nice bit of Velcro. Got a place to do the gloves on this little clip here where they're hanging. The back here have one of their mock knives put in, some patches. And yeah, overall, it's not a terrible piece of kit. It's literally, it's like your standard vest you can buy on Amazon for like 40 bucks. So let's real quick do like a demonstration of what it looks like on. So this is it, kind of like your profile of what it's gonna look like, you know, once you're wearing it. I could probably tighten up these shoulders a little bit. They're a little wiggly. They're not that hard to tighten. You just, you know, adjust these up here and tighten them up. But overall, you know, it's super form-fitting. It's close to your body. You can definitely move. You have lots of range of motion of your arms, your body. You can bend. It's super, super form-fitting and tight. I honestly kind of miss wearing a vest like this just because I miss being able to go prone way, way, way closer to the ground. I will say you don't feel like that much like padding, obviously, because there isn't very much. I do worry about these buckles being completely exposed. So my plate carrier has these, you know, clips here, and they've like cracked terribly. We'll show that here in a minute because I'm going to show you my plate carrier setup real quick that I currently run in the ACP multicam standard. It's both of these are really cracked. I will post like a link when I talk about that. I talked to the Novritsch team and they actually sent me the direct company they buy their buckles from. So they, when you go on their website, there's no like replacement buckles. They're just on their, they buy them from Amazon or a third party. So I'll post that link so you can see where to get them. They're really, really cheap. It's just unfortunate that they don't do like a metal buckle or have some piece of cloth that can kind of slide over it to protect it. That I've seen some like slings have them. Some of the slings have like a little sleeve that kind of goes over it and you have to pull it up to get to the buckle. I think that'd be pretty cool with Airsoft, given, you know, you're being shot at, it's bound to crack eventually. So here we are with this, and let's real quick check out the plate carrier I was talking about. So here's our plate carrier setup. It's a lot, but you know, we kind of have a setup for our mags here at the bottom. You have that dangly bit I was telling you about with a nice place to keep storage. You can see the cracks here, get the front camera, but as you can see, heavily cracked already on these 2 buckles, which is really unfortunate, but it seems like they're at least replaceable, so it's not a big deal. Backside here, you know, I've got the mock axe from Amped Airsoft, the TS blades, the same knife from the Novritsch team, have a smoke on the back, on my side here, radio. Like, you have a lot of ability to, you know, customize these things, and I really, really like the Novritsch plate carrier. It's super lightweight, super comfortable, and yeah, so let's, real quick, the other plate carrier, getting it put together, and yeah, that'll be pretty much it for this video. I want to keep it straight to the point. So let's take this off real quick and we'll put this together. Okay, so here we go. We're also going to be stealing just about everything off of this to put onto this plate carrier. So let's get into setting this up. So like I said, it comes in 2 pieces here. You have your fancy dancy magnetic clips here, which are super, super nice. I've never had an issue with them. I know when they first came out, I saw lots of people being like they were breaking and stuff. I've never had that problem. I've actually had like, the only problem I've had with them is sometimes in a game I'll be like running and I'll just like pull in a weird way and my body will kind of flex, and I've had them come undone, but I just kind of grab it and it real quick like magnetic snaps back into place. So it's not a really big deal. But as you can see, you have this Velcro bit right here, and you'll just run that through here. And then you open this top bit up like that. And this is how you customize your shoulder tightness. I believe I have it like that, Velcro to the Velcro. If you're like average build, kind of on the smaller side, but I don't know, a little bit muscular, that's what I like, that distance right there. And you can just customize this to whatever you want. So again, you're just opening this up, grabbing your buckle back here, open these little protectors up that have MOLLE on it, which is really nice. And it's the Novritsch laser cut MOLLE, so it's super slim. It's actually kind of hard to weave initially, but then things like never move. So there we are, already like the main plate carrier put together. As for adjusting like size for your waist size, you'll just open this up back here, this bottom part, which also gives you access to your back plate, and you'll take these and you'll tighten it. I'll have to end up crossing this over a little bit. I'm going to use my other one as a reference because I don't exactly remember which bit I'm in, but you'll take this, you'll unweave it all the way out, and then you'll reweave it like through this, and now it'll fit someone like me. So the next thing we want to do is throw on your back plate carrier here. I just know some people don't know how to do MOLLE, and I'm gonna put like a little thing somewhere up there just to show you how, but it's really simple. The big thing is get your pieces here in through the top piece of MOLLE, and then remember when it comes out you want to bring it through these loops and kind of do this weaving process, and then you'll tuck it at the very end into itself, and that will make sure it's really tight and you won't have it flopping up and down, because I see a lot of people, they'll just kind of run it straight through and then they have this thing where it kind of flops. If you do it like this, it won't move at all. It'll stay exactly where you want it. So, and after a ton of MOLLE work and getting everything off that old vest, here we are with this setup of this plate carrier, which again is pretty much just an exact copy of my multicam setup. I wanted to do it just the same because I'm familiar with that and indexing and everything like that. The only real difference is I added this little pouch here just because I had it and I don't have it for the other one. And right there would normally be like my radio pouch, so still somewhat familiar with it. And I don't have like the mock tomahawk on the back. But yeah, this is their ACP Tropic for the Novritsch team, their plate carrier. Again, super fantastic plate carrier. Everything is really tight and it's not moving if you do the MOLLE right and weave it. Again, recommend a pair of pliers. The laser cut MOLLE is super tight. If you want to do like a knife like I did on the back, there's these paracord bungee kind of already here. You can just untie it, weave it crisscross through here, and it'll stay really nice and tight on your back here, and just like adds a little bit extra to the kit. You have your hydro pack back through here. You can unzip this, tuck it in, pull it through. I like to tuck the tubing under this big strap here and then weave it up front. And if I had like some sort of mic system and cordage, I like to use this Velcro cord right here, this Velcro strap, undo it, run the cord through, then tie it up. And I like to weave any cords through the MOLLE. That way everything stays nice and tight and you don't have to worry about snagging or catching anything. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the plate carrier, and let's put it on real quick. And here we are, and it's on. It's actually, I think, a little too tight right now, so I'll probably have to, on the sides here, it's a little tight for me. Probably need to loosen it up a little bit. I tried to match it to this one. Maybe I just tightened the bungee a little too well. So yeah, but here it is. Again, fits really well, super comfortable, and I mean, that's all I've got for this video, guys. Hope you liked it. This is how I run a vest setup. If you want to take notes, if you have questions about it, put it down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer how I've done things. Like little things like the tourniquet back here. If you just use the Velcro setup, it'll like kind of slide back and forth. Zip ties it your friend, zip tie it in. Little things like that, like on the back of here, I've zip tied my hose right there so it doesn't wiggle away or fly up. I noticed that kind of helps because when I round corners, it ends up kind of wanting to curve up, so a nice little zip tie here. I need to do that on this one, I forgot about that, and I have a zip tie right over there, so I'll zip tie that down. Same with anything you want on the back. Zip tied this here. You don't have to do that, and then I just ran it through the cordage, but I noticed when I didn't have it zip tied, it would kind of sink down. So if you want it to stay there and you don't really plan on using it, zip ties are your friends. So I've got 2 zip ties there. Like I said, this mock tourniquet, it's zip tied. I don't know if the top camera will pick that up, but it's zip tied on these 2 points here. And I just kind of use these double holes in the laser cut molly to kind of weave it through, then weave it through the Velcro, and then you don't have to worry about it sliding too forward or too backward. But here you are. Here's this plate carrier. You can kind of see a nice side-by-side comparison. More of a green, more of a tan setup. So again, this is the ACP Tropic. If you're looking at the Novritsch plate carrier, get a nice idea. This one's obviously had a ton of use, so it's a little dirty and worn down, which I think looks cool, gives it a battle-worn look. Well, this one's very pristine and clean. It hasn't been used, so that's what I'd expect from this. Yeah, definitely a little tight. Could loosen it up a little bit, but overall, like, it feels nice. Like, the only reason I'd loosen it up is I wear 2 undershirts. So right now, I wear like a sweat wick and then my tactical top combat shirt. So even with just one shirt, it feels a little tight. So I know when I put that extra material on, this is gonna be really tight. But yeah, here we are. Got like gloves set up here. Have this. Have the fanny pack set up at the bottom. Probably can't see that very well, but there it is. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I just really wanted to show my old plate carrier, this new one, how I set it up, do a little bit of a tutorial. Probably cut out a lot of it, but hope you enjoyed. And yeah, until next time, stay awesome, and I hope to see you on the field.